Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a new testing video here, and today we have the Gundam CD, also known as the Casval Gundam, which is a very surprising addition. I do not believe there was any announcement that this suit was going to get added to the game as part of the same update as the Hazel with the giant arm unit equipped, and this is also part of its own guaranteed step-up banner, which, yeah, I ended up doing the full banner to get this guaranteed. It took pretty much all the tokens I've been saving for the Magna Martell, but I just had to have this unit. I really like the Casval Gundam, so, again, it was not a suit that I could skip on. I had to get this, but, yeah, we'll do a testing video here, see what this suit has to offer, and I'll start off with the basic specs here. So the Gundam CD is a 450 cost general unit. So basically similar to the White Gundam, it is 50 costs above the, ARC-78-2 here. And for our stats here, we have 17,500 mole suit HP. We have 14 ballistic, 14 beam, and 20 melee resistance. We have 0 range strength and 45 melee strength. You have 135 movement speed, 200 top speed, 65 thruster gauge, and 63 turning speed. For your part slots, you have 17 close, 6 mid, and 14 long range slots. You do have a melee priority of 2. No specifications for compatibility, but the suit is a 3-star, and yeah, already very interesting compared to the ARC-78-2 here, which is a melee priority of 3. Even this one, yeah, like it seems like they really want you to focus on melee with the lack of range strength here. But we'll move on to the weapons here, and we do have the Gundam CD beam rifle that has 1,600 power with a 90% heat rate and 350 range. Looks like this is the only weapon you can equip with this suit. You do also have your own beam saber, that being the Gundam CD beam saber with 1,900 power. And again, only weapon you can equip there. You have the Gundam CD head Vulcan with 100 power, 30 ammo, and 150 range. You do have a hyper bazooka with 1,600 power, 5 ammo, and 300 range. Projectiles are slow but powerful, and explosives have a wide blast range. You have the Gundam CD blow melee, which is 1,700 power with a cooldown of 2.5 seconds. And you have the Gundam CD shield, which is a large size shield with 4,000 HP. And something I'm kind of realizing here is that the loadout looks very similar to the White Gundam that we had recently. There's really a lot about this suit that seems like it is similar to the White Gundam here. And moving on to skills, we do have leg shock absorber level 2, quick boost level 2, emergency evasion system level 2, so you do get a double dodge roll. You have anti-blast stabilizer, high performance balancer, high spec AMBAC level 2, force injector level 2, melee combo controller, so you do have 2 melee attacks, and you have EX boost level 2. And yeah, it looks like a pretty good skill list here. We'll pull up the explanation, which this suit looks like it has a very long explanation here, so feel free to pause through and read through that. But yeah, let's take this suit out to port base and see what we are working with here. I really wish they made an announcement about this sooner, but yeah, I'm really excited to see this suit finally get into the game. Again, really like the Casval Gundam, so really cool to see it. And here it is in action here, in those Char color scheme here. Got the Hyper Bazooka on the back, so let's see what this suit is capable of. Starting with the Gundam here. So the beam rifle is going to be a instant stun. If we do the charge here, I do believe it does piercing, so we'll try to see if we can hit both targets here. I think it may have landed on the shield. We'll just try to go for the legs here and try to get the piercing effect. And yep, you do get a piercing beam rifle. Let's look at our melee here. We have our right swing, left swing. And then we have our neutral, and it looks like it actually has a pretty similar melee pattern to the classic Gundam here, so nothing too special with the beam saber. Wait, I'll get a down swing off. Alright, very nice here. We'll wait for them to get up before we go to the Vulcans here. See if these Vulcans have a decent stun accumulation or not. Maybe they'll be decent for damage, we'll see here. Yeah, pretty decent stun accumulation for the Vulcans there, so pretty nice. Okay, so we have the bazooka. Alright, so the bazooka is going to be a standard rocket, not going to be the multi-launch like the White Gundam has. But it does mean you have 2 instant stuns, so you can easily go into that, into the bazooka, or you could go reverse, whichever one you pick. But yeah, we'll see what we have for the kick here. So, there's the side swings there, neutral, and yeah, actually looks like that's the same animation used by the White Gundam there from what I've seen. So, yeah, you do have the kick here. Let's see if the kick does anything special. Just going to be a normal stagger there. And then we'll go for the downswing on the GAU cannon. Pretty nice damage there. We'll go with Gundam. Get the finisher there. And yeah, that's going to be everything for the weapons here. Again, really interesting to see here. Again, very similar to the White Gundam. Like, it seems like it has a lot of aspects of that suit. Just minus the beam rifle that can multi-charge. You only get the 1 charge with this one. But yeah, we'll try our damage against a raid here. Go with downswing. Go with that. Get a pretty good melee combo there with just the beam saber and the kick there. Let's see with damage with the Vulcans. 109, not too bad with the stun accumulation there. Get the bazooka. And yes, even go with a finishing downswing. And yeah, really nice there. Let's come over here and see what we can do with a counter animation against the other raid here. And let's see, we'll turn the force counter on. Do this. And if you do have the beam saber... Oh, beam saber into the kick! I don't think I've seen that one before. I think that might be a slightly new animation for this suit here. But yeah, it looks like a really nice feature there. Let's see what the tackle damage is by itself. Okay, not too much for tackle damage there, but you could always go into the EX boost. Get your boost back. Do that. And you'll get some extra boost time there. It is going to decrease if you do a dodge or anything like that, but still a nifty skill to have there. And let's see, we'll show off the double dodge, and then really just kind of go from there. Very interesting that the suit is a general, though. I honestly would think like the Casval Gundam, they would try to make it a raid or something, but I guess since we have the G3 at 450 as a raid, I really don't need another one to fill in that role. Let's see, let's do the boarding animation. And yeah, really nice there. Again, very similar to the classic Gundam here, but yeah, let's see, let my thrusters recover, do the dodges. And again, you know, pretty standard dodge animations there, and if if I still had the EX boost, I could pop that, you know, maybe hit another dodge in, or maybe a tackle on somebody. So, yeah, definitely quite a bit you can do with this suit. But yeah, you got like a pretty good combo here when it comes to doing the saber into the kick. Also it stuns too, because again, you do have 2 instant stuns even if you don't necessarily charge the rifle. So you can go with that, go with the bazooka, go with the downswing, go with the other downswing, and you can even get a neutral in if you're quick enough. So it seems like it has some really good combo potential. And again, the Vulcans, pretty good stagger accumulation on them, so could use that as well if you're out of your other weapons. But yeah, really like the way the Casval Gundam looks here. Very similar to the original RX-78 and again, seems to carry some aspects from the White Gundam, at least in terms of like the general layout for the weapons it has. You know, again, you don't have the multi-firing hyper bazooka. It is a more standard rocket, but again, really just kind of similar, I feel like, in terms of the overall planning, I guess, like, for lack of better terms. I just realized the shield doesn't have the Federation logo on it either, for this one. That's also really cool. But, yeah, I think that's going to be everything I have here for the Casval Gundam. Again, really excited to see this suit in the game. Really want to try this out as soon as I am able to, so yeah, really, really am glad to see this. Did it take all the tokens I've been saving for a while? Yes, but again, just really hyped to see the Casval Gundam here. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for this testing video here. Comment down below what you think about the Gundam CD. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.